An active day of weather across the state of Texas with plenty of showers and storms galore. Some of them could be strong to severe and the risk of localized flooding. Let's tell you all about it in this Thursday edition of the Texas Weather Roundup. Good morning, I'm Texas Storm Chaser Spalding-in-Chief David Reimer. It is Thursday, the 20th of November, 2025. Thanks for taking time out of your busy day to pop on in for some Texas weather information. Let's go ahead and just get into it. We're going to start with the high-res rapid refresh model after an active night of storms from the hill country in northern Edwards Plateau through North Texas, Texoma. Well, today, you can see this. We're going to have plenty of storms heading into late this morning, this afternoon, early this evening across the western half to the western two-thirds of Texas, including areas that received a few inches of rain last night across parts of Kerr County up into areas west of Fredericksburg around Harper to Dawes. Those folks got about 1 to 3 inches of rain, a little bit more in spots. You can see we expect storms that are going to generally move east this afternoon, western half of the state, then a cool front heading into Thursday night and Friday morning. That will bring an end of rain chances western half of the state, kind of push that boundary down towards the Texas Gulf Coast. Northwest of that, we may have a bit of low clouds and fog starting off Friday morning. Otherwise, main chill will be overhanging into Friday morning itself. Some rain possible along the Gulf Coast, but overall, Friday looking much nicer across the state. Saturday will be more of the same before storm chances return Saturday night with the arrival of our next storm system. Severe weather outlook for today from the Storm Prediction Center. The possibility of isolated severe storms pretty much with any of the activity today. By isolated, I mean much of today's storms will not be severe. To be severe, we need to have 1-inch diameter size hail or larger, damaging straight line winds of 58 miles an hour higher, and of course tornadoes. All of those are low-end threats today, but can't be ruled out with the most intense storm, so we'll be keeping an eye on it. And, of course, we'll be keeping an eye out on the rain chances as well. Now, this is going to be forecast rain totals from the Weather Prediction Center on top of what we've already had through 6 a.m. Tuesday, the 25th. And I know that says Monday, it's Tuesday. We are anticipating the potential for more heavy rain, not only with today's storms, but then going into Saturday night, Sunday, Monday across the state, and you can see we're looking at a hefty amount of rain, 3 to 6 inches of rain from the hill country, North Texas, Central Texas, Texoma, Northeast Texas, and that's with both these rounds, both today and then Saturday night, Sunday, and Monday. So we most definitely are going to be on guard for some localized flooding issues today. But really, today's round of storms is just going to saturate soils. We're going to have problems going into Sunday and Monday of next week. When that next round hits, soils are saturated. We're going to have much more runoff, and the threat of flooding will be probably quite a bit higher than what we're dealing with today. And that's not to say today's flooding risk is low. It's not in spots. We'll have to keep an eye on the hill country, but we're already starting to look ahead to what could be more of a problematic situation going into Sunday and Monday. A lot of rises on creeks, streams, rivers, lakes, etc. So we'll be mindful of that. Here is the upper air pattern. Jet stream winds around 18,500 feet above sea level from the European AI experimental weather model. This takes us from this afternoon through Thursday. Next Thursday being Thanksgiving. You can see a system today starting to kick out as we go into tonight and Friday. That departs, giving us a bit of a lull going into Friday afternoon, Friday night, and much of Saturday. But with the arrival of that next upper-level storm system Saturday night, Sunday, and Monday across the state, we're going to have a lot of lift, still a lot of moisture in place because we don't have a big cold snap coming in behind this first wave after today. So another round of widespread showers and storms Sunday, Monday of next week, maybe even into Tuesday. And with that, we could see some pretty hefty rain totals. We'll have to see if we have to deal with any strong to severe storms. At this point, too far out to tell. It's definitely looking more like a heavy rainmaker. Then all that activity pushes out going into Wednesday of next week with northwesterly flow and a cold front arriving on the heels of that system. That being said, let's take a look at the long-range outlook from the Climate Prediction Center. Here you go. 25th through 29th of November, you can see those above-average temperatures they've had for quite a while. Those have gone kind of away unless you're right on the immediate Texas Gulf Coast. We start to see hints of that next cold front coming in around the 27th, 28th, 29th of November. Precipitation chances, a toss-up. Drier out in the west, maybe a bit wetter in the east. Today's high temperature forecast, even with all the rain chances, we're looking at 50s up in the Panhandle, West Texas. The potential for 60s this afternoon, West Texas, Northwest Texas, 70s and 80s, southeastern two-thirds of the state. So even with the rain, it's going to be pretty warm and humid. Going into Friday, rain starts to move out. We're going to see 70s, northwestern three-quarters of the state, 80s, southeastern quarter of Texas, southeast Texas coastal plains, 90s deep south Texas, 93 Friday afternoon in McAllen. Here is Saturday, much of the same across the state, a little less hot. We're looking at highs back in the 60s. Permian Basin, Big Country up through northwest Texas, West Texas, and the Panhandle, down to the borderland of far west Texas and the Guadalupe Mountains. Everyone else, 70s and 80s, so still plenty warm. Sunday, this is when we start to see some changes. Highs back into the mid-50s in the Panhandle for Sunday. Everyone else still in the 60s, 70s, 80s. With 90s down in deep south Texas. And again, this is when we're going to start seeing our next round of heavy rain materialize. And then here's Monday. Generally speaking, 50s in the Panhandle, still 90 in McAllen heading into Monday afternoon. And then, well, we do expect temperatures probably are going to start to cool off a bit going into mid-next week towards Thanksgiving. So that's it for your Thursday morning update of the Texas Weather Roundup. Thanks for popping on in. We'll keep a close eye on activity throughout the day. And again, if we have any tornado warnings, we'll have live severe weather coverage. Hopefully, knock on wood, that something doesn't break. And of course, we'll be keeping a close eye out for any flash flood warnings as well. Remember, folks, even if we're not dealing with severe storms or flash flooding, all thunderstorms produce dangerous cloud-to-ground lightning. And what does that mean? When thunder roars, it is most definitely time to get your keister indoors. Doesn't matter if it's June, July, or November. Lightning will turn you into a burnt porcupine. So, that's it. Radar on our website, texasstormchasers.com/radar. And we'll keep you updated throughout the day. Y'all have a good one, and God bless.